Hello everyone, this is Laura and welcome back to Become a Fluent English Speaker. Today, we're going to talk about one of the biggest obstacles that prevents English learners from becoming fluent. It's something that happens silently inside your mind every time you try to speak. I'm talking about translation. Many learners hear English, translate it into their native language, think of a response in their native language, and then translate it back into English before speaking. This process may seem normal, but it creates hesitation, slows down your speaking, and makes conversations feel stressful. If you want to speak English naturally and confidently, you must learn to think in English instead of translating. The good news is that this skill can be developed with practice. Let's begin by understanding why translation becomes a problem. Imagine someone asks you a simple question like, "What did you do yesterday?" If your brain first translates the question into your native language, then creates an answer, and finally translates the answer back into English, you've already added several unnecessary steps. During a real conversation, those extra steps create delays. That's why many learners know English but still struggle to speak quickly. The goal is to remove those extra steps and train your brain to connect ideas directly with English words. The first step is to start small. Many learners make the mistake of trying to think about complex topics in English immediately. Instead, begin with simple observations. Look around your room and describe what you see. Think, "The window is open. My phone is on the desk. I need some water." These simple thoughts help your brain build direct connections with English. The more often you do this, the more natural it becomes. Another powerful technique is narrating your daily activities. As you move through your day, describe your actions in English. You might think, "I'm making coffee, I'm checking my emails, I'm going to the store." This habit trains your brain to process everyday experiences in English without relying on translation. At first, it may feel strange, but after a few weeks, you'll notice a significant difference. Another reason people translate is because they focus too much on perfect grammar. When you worry about every grammatical rule, your brain becomes slower. Remember that communication comes first. Native speakers often make small mistakes, but they continue speaking because their focus is on expressing ideas, not creating perfect sentences. Give yourself permission to think in simple English. Short and simple thoughts are much more useful than complicated thoughts that never leave your mind. Vocabulary also plays an important role. If you don't know the English word for something, your brain automatically returns to your native language. That's why it's helpful to learn vocabulary in context. Instead of memorizing long vocabulary lists, connect new words to real situations. When you learn the word umbrella, imagine using an umbrella in the rain. When you learn the word appointment, imagine going to a meeting. These mental connections help your brain access English more quickly. Listening is another key part of thinking in English. The more English you hear, the more natural English sentence patterns become. When you regularly listen to podcasts, conversations, interviews, and videos, your brain starts absorbing common phrases automatically. Eventually, these phrases become part of your own thinking process. This is one reason why consistent listening practice is so important for fluency. Let me share another useful exercise. Try asking yourself questions in English throughout the day. Ask things like, "What should I eat for dinner?" "What are my goals this week?" Or, "What was the best part of my day?" Then answer those questions in English. This creates a habit of internal communication that strengthens your ability to think directly in the language. One thing you should avoid is becoming frustrated when you occasionally translate. Every learner does it. Even advanced speakers sometimes search for words or mentally switch languages. The goal is not to eliminate translation overnight. The goal is to reduce it gradually. Every time you choose to think directly in English, you are strengthening a new habit. Over time, that habit becomes automatic. Confidence is also important. Many learners hesitate because they believe their English thoughts must be perfect. They worry about mistakes before they even speak. But fluency grows through action, not perfection. The more you use English, the stronger those mental pathways become. Think of it like exercising a muscle. Every English thought makes that muscle stronger. Eventually, what once felt difficult becomes natural. One day you'll notice something amazing. You'll hear a question and answer immediately without translating. You'll watch a video and understand the message directly in English. You'll have a conversation and realize that you weren't thinking about grammar or translation at all. That is the moment when fluency begins to feel real. So if you want to stop translating and start thinking in English, remember these simple steps. Start with small observations. Narrate your daily activities. Think in simple sentences. Learn vocabulary through real situations. Listen to English every day. Ask yourself questions in English. And most importantly, be patient with yourself. Fluency is not built in a single day. It is built through thousands of small moments of practice. Now, before we finish today's English listening podcast, I want you to write something in the comments. What is one thing you will start thinking about in English today? And if you enjoyed this podcast, subscribe to become a fluent English speaker for more English listening practice, fluency training, communication skills, and self-improvement content.